my lovies, it's Aisling and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a drugstore favorites video. I try and do these like every year, and I suppose I haven't done one in 2017 yet, as we are not even 3 months into the year. So today I said I would do my top favorites kind of recent times from the drugstore, kind of new discoveries of mine, like maybe in the last 6 months, stuff that I may not have talked about on my channel here before, and I'm just going to mention it to you guys. I'm just going to cover 10 products in this video. I am sure I will have another one of these videos up by the end of the year, talking about all the other new discoveries I find throughout the year. So I'm going to start with something that is probably the newest to my collection, and it is a primer. This is called the One Heck of a Blot primer, and it is from Soap & Glory. Now I think you can buy this in Ulta in the US. Here in Ireland you can buy it in Boots, so it is 100% drugstore or pharmacy brand, whatever you want to call it. This is an amazing primer. I discovered this because of Casey Holmes. She talked about this quite a lot actually on her channel. She said it was like one of her favorite primers that's really good at minimizing pores, and especially over here on this part of her face, that she found that this primer actually minimized loads of her pores, and I find that too. I'm wearing it today. I just feel like my skin is like blurred out underneath, and I just think that everything that I put on top of it sits. I still have a lisp. Imagine like 9 months into Invisalign, I still can't control my saliva. I find when I apply this onto my skin that everything else sits on top of it so nicely. Your foundation just blurs over it and you are left looking flawless. Also, because I am quite oily, I mean, I have spoken about that a lot on my channel. I talk about how oily I am, and especially in the T-zone area and kind of just out here, I get particularly oily. We're coming into the summer months. I don't want to look like a disco ball. I really don't. So I'm hoping that this can hold up throughout the summer months, because right now it is doing a marvelous job. Like, it just makes my skin look amazing, I think, personally. I don't know if this is technically drugstore, but I'm going to mention it anyway because I have not talked about this product just yet. I've only been using it for this month, so we'll say February, but I am obsessed with this foundation. The reason why I don't know if it's drugstore is because obviously I don't live in the US, so I don't know if you can buy this in the drugstore, but it does fall into a drugstore or affordable price, so I'm going to include it. And it is the new LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. I did a first impressions of this and I will link it down below. I was kind of on the fence about this foundation at the end of the first impressions. I mean, that's the way with first impressions. You can't really get a good insight into a foundation unless you wear it for a little while. The only issue I do have with this foundation is it is an illuminating foundation. I am wearing it today on my face. I think it is really nice. As I mentioned already, I'm oily, so illuminating things, I kind of try and stay clear of them as best as I can. But this doesn't illuminate your skin as in give you like a greasy, oily texture. It gives your skin like a fresh, youthful glow, if that makes any sense. So it looks like your skin, but just a little bit more fresh and natural. I do find that my oils will start coming through around 6 or 7 hour mark, but if you just blot or you use like a translucent powder, there's no biggie. This is not like any other foundation that subscribes to be illuminating, because any other illuminating foundation, I will just find that I am oily. You could see your reflection in my face because there's just so much of a glare and a glow. It's like a mirror. And if you guys can pick it up, definitely try it out. I'm in the color Natural at the moment. There's 28 mils in this as well, but I think it was like €10, so it's pretty inexpensive. These products I talk about to death, and like, you guys are probably sick of seeing them on my channel if you guys are around here for a while. And these are their chocolate bar palettes. So they come in all different shapes and sizes. There is so many different ones of these, between gold chocolate bars and chocolate bars and bomb chocolate bars, all sorts of different types of them. They are from the I Heart Makeup collection, which is like a sub collection or one part of an umbrella collection of Makeup Revolution. What I'm trying to say is it's like another company, a sister company to Makeup Revolution. You can buy these in Ulta or off Tam Beauty. This is the peachy one. It's supposed to look like the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced, which I will link down my comparisons below, and I compare them on the eyes, and yeah guys, they're so comparable. This is like a quarter of the price as well. I will say one thing, a lot of people ask me every time I mention any of these chocolate bar palettes, do they smell like chocolate or peaches? They have no fragrance whatsoever. That is kind of a bummer if you're into the fragrance, but if not, happy days, I suppose. These palettes do not only look totally adorable, but they are so like the palettes they're trying to copy, I suppose. And they're quite blendable, they're pigmented, the shadows are really, really creamy on the eyes. You can actually see the colours, they don't merge into one, because I find that some palettes, you know, the colours just kind of merge and then they don't look like anything on the eyelid, whereas these actually stay really, really pretty on the eyes. I love doing wing liner. I've always loved doing wing liner, but I sometimes find it a bit tricky to do it and I mess up a lot, which I'm sure an awful lot of people will find that with wing liner. It's not the easiest process unless you are very skilled in the makeup department. But one product I found or discovered like late in 2016, and I'd never really used it before, but I've heard people kind of talking about it when I was younger, and I was just like, nah, I can't use that because I can't do wing liner anyway. But it is the Essence liquid liner. I haven't heard a single word about it, but I did a full face of Essence makeup and I said that I would give it a try. I just said, oh, it looked kind of nice, and I thought I heard something about it before. This is incredible. Costs like €2 or something like that. Very inexpensive. I'm using it today. This creates the blackest, most intense wing liner. It's really easy to control. It looks amazing. It lasts all day. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend trying this out. Look at the sun. It's just wrecking my buzz right now. There has been not a stitch of sun all day. The second I sit down to film, and here it is, destroying all of my lighting. I have never found a liquid liner as pigmented for this price before. If you have an Essence counter near you, you can get hold of Essence. Definitely pick up the liquid ink eyeliner. I think it comes in different packaging in the US, but it's still the same product, and I just adore this. This has changed my eyeliner game for the better. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in favorites of the drugstore, because I often forget to mention this product, and it is my Lasting Perfection from Collection. It's their concealer. This is about €5 here in Ireland, really inexpensive, but one of the most incredible concealers I've ever used. I compare this to like my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's like my Urban Decay Naked Concealer. It has the same consistency and it does the same as those type of concealers, but it is €5. €5. It is super full coverage. You probably won't be able to see it there. Blends out amazingly. It's not streaky or anything like that. It's just really, really, really good concealer. And for the price, I mean, you can't really be going wrong. I usually get the shade 3, which is their medium shade. It doesn't crease or anything like that. And it just keeps your under eye area really, really brightened without looking too heavy or cakey underneath there, without creasing or anything like that. I think it is an amazing concealer. This bronzer was definitely one of the top bronzers from last year, for me anyway. I used it like constantly. I brought it everywhere with me. I love the scent of it, and it is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula is not everywhere in Ireland, but you can get it in certain pharmacies. I don't know if they have the Butter Bronzer yet, because it is still kind of a new-ish product, and especially here in Ireland, it takes forever and a day for products to come out. Sometimes you just hate that. This is what the bronzer looks like. It smells like coconuts. I love that scent. Like, I really love the scent. It even brings me right back to holidays last year. Some people might not be comfortable with the scent or don't like the scent. I just think it is amazing. If you love coconuts, you will adore this scent. It is such a gorgeous bronzer. It's not technically a contouring bronzer, but I just use it to warm up my complexion. I just absolutely adore this. Swirling a big brush in it, and you just like apply it to all the contours of your face, and it just really brings a bit of warmth into your look. I love it. I just think it is great. And the packaging, hello guys, I'm dying over it. It's so adorable. My favorite highlight last year was actually a drugstore highlight. There has been nothing that came out recently this year that I've been that drawn to, but my favorite highlight, and it still is from the drugstore, and I highly recommend it to you guys if you can get your hands on it. It is the Wet n Wild highlighter, and this is in Boozy Brunch. I spoke about this so much last year, and people have probably forgotten about it at this stage, but I haven't. It is so gorgeous. That's the color there in the back of my hand. It's kind of like a golden yellow shade. It looks quite yellow in there, but once you kind of like swirl all the colors together naturally, you get this lovely golden hue, and it's just gorgeous to apply to the tops of your cheeks, even onto your collarbones or down your chest or anything like that. It is super. I did put this on the other day and I had the weirdest reaction to it. I applied it to inside of my eyes, and it like made my eyes water and stuff. I've never experienced that with it before. I've done that before, like to brighten up my inner corner, but in this instance it actually, I don't know, it was causing my eyes to sting and water. It hasn't done it since, and it hasn't done it before, which I just find it really odd. But Boozy Brunch is the colour, and it's from Wet n Wild. It's like €4 or €5. Highly recommend it. Some of you guys might find this next product to be so boring and dull, but I find that this is a necessity in my life, and it is the NYX glitter primer. So without this, I would have glitter all over my face. I wouldn't be able to control where I place glitter onto my eyes, and it would just look like a hot, undefined mess. This glitter glue is insane, and I know that like Lit have their own glitter glues, and there's loads of glitter glues on the market, but some of them are kind of pricey. This is like €10. Really, really inexpensive. Very difficult to get your hands on every single time. I went into Boots last year, it was sold out, and I got it around November, I think. I was just like, oh, I should have taken like 5 or 6 of them at the time. But realistically, it'll probably be like 2 years before I'm done with this. I've lost the lid and everything. Like, it's just one of my favorite glitter glues. If you use glitters or pigments or anything like that, I highly recommend this. This gets tacky and dries like in or around like the 2-minute mark, so you kind of have a little bit of time to play around with this, placing it onto the eyes. So if you use an awful lot of glitters on your eyes or pigments or anything like that, and you often have a struggle of them falling down your face, then definitely pick this up, because it might be your new best friend. I know for me, once I discovered this, I was like, yes, yes, all my problems have been solved, because I would just have glitter all over my face, and people are like, Aisling, you kind of have a little bit of something here. You go to wipe it, end up wiping off half your foundation, the glitter's still there. That happy little sucker, he'll just stay on your face. So if you guys are interested, definitely pick up the NYX glitter primer. You will not regret it if you're a glitter pigment lover. I don't know if I've ever mentioned the Milani lipsticks on my channel. If I haven't, I am now mentioning them. I have quite a few of them. I think I have about 10 maybe. These are just some of my all-time favorite shades and kind of my most worn shades. The one that I actually love the most is Black Cherry. Now, Milani is not sold in Ireland yet again. I get mine on Beauty Babe. In the US, they're quite easy to get hold of. When I was over there, I saw like Jordana stands and Milani stands and everything all over the place. I really recommend these to you guys if you can get hold of them. This one here is Black Cherry. It's one of my personal all-time favorites. They're very pigmented, I will say that. This is not a patchy shade, and I do find with some of these colors, especially the darker ones, they can tend to go a little bit patchy. I don't know, formulations are not always like the same. But this shade is gorgeous. Anytime I ever wear it, if it's in a video or if I'm wearing it on a night out, people constantly comment on it. Another one I really like for the summer, I haven't worn this in ages, but it's Sweet Nectar. Just look at that. It's quite similar to the lipstick I'm wearing today, which is actually Lady Danger, but it's just a little bit more orange in it. It reminds me a little bit more of Morange from MAC. I just think it is sensationally beautiful. A gold eye, and this, you're like good to go. I think this would also be gorgeous on somebody with darker skin tones, because it's just that gorgeous rich orange, and I just think it is sensational. Two more wearable shades that I do enjoy are Nude Creme and Innocence, which is actually a matte shade. Nude Creme I think is one of the ones they're most famous for. It's like their true nudie pink shade. You can see it there. Definitely an Aisling shade. And then the other one is Innocence, which is their matte kind of nude. Very pale, but it is gorgeous when you pair it with a darker lipstick, or darker lip liner rather, and then you can kind of ombre it onto the lips. They smell like watermelon as well. They are actually one of my favorite scents on lipsticks, other than the MAC ones, because I do like a bit of vanilla, but they are definitely one of the nicest smelling and unique smelling lipsticks. Oh, even when I smell them now, they just remind me of something, I don't know what, but I've just always really enjoyed the Milani lipsticks. The packaging is adorable as well. Like, look how high end that looks, like gold packaging. All about that life. I love the way the colors are on the end, so when you store them you can see exactly what color you're looking for. Again, another product I'm not sure if I've actually given enough hype to on my channel would definitely have to be the Essence lip liners. Currently at the moment I'm researching to try and do the €20 makeup challenge. It's very difficult, guys. When I was going through my collection I was like, wow, I never talk about these lip liners but use them quite regularly. They are the Essence lip liners, one that is like my all-time favorite lip liner ever. Like, I mean ever. Like in the world. This is like the best lip liner ever, and I don't use it that much anymore, and it used to be my everything. They reformulated the color and everyone was going crazy over it. This is satin mauve, by the way. Then they changed the formula back to this one, and I actually purchased it yesterday just to check, and it is the same. These lip liners cost €1.30. Essence is a German brand and they keep their prices very affordable. That is Satin Mauve there. I don't know what it is like. It's not like any MAC lip liner I've ever used because it's not like Whirl, it's not like Soar. It's kind of like a hybrid of the two. So you put this on your lips and a nude in the inside and it's just perfect. Or you can apply Satin Mauve to your entire lip. It is gorgeous. A shade that I used to wear a lot and I kind of cringe a little bit because I used to wear this so much back in the day. Like, even look at the size of this one. I've gone through so many of these. This is actually called Cute Pink. It's just such a me color from back in the day. You can see it there. It's like a bright pink. They have red, they have nude, they have so many different lip liners. I just can't emphasize how much I love these. Another color that I really like is Red Blush and Honey Berry. Oh my god, they're actually so gorgeous. I forgot how much I love these lip liners. One of them is a little bit patchy because it's down to a nub almost, but they're the other two shades that I like. That is Honey Berry and that one is, what do they call it? Red Blush. They're just gorgeous. Beautiful. For €1.30, guys, go get you some. These lip liners are insane, and like I said, they reformulated the formula again so that they're more long lasting and creamy on the lips, because they did change them and they were a bit dry and just not great, but they're back to the way they were before. The lids are no longer silver on them. I think they're the same color as the pencil. Highly recommend you guys go pick up some Essence lip liners. Let me know, do you love them as much as I do? Okay guys, that completes my roundup of my drugstore favorites. I have picked out, I hope, 10 new products that I haven't spoken about too much. I am totally like stumbling over my words. I hope I haven't spoken about these too much on my channel. I would like to think that they are kind of new discoveries for some of you guys. I love drugstore products. I love finding things that work really, really well and they're really, really affordable, because you never really feel bad about like spending like €50 on them. Or maybe you do. Maybe that's just me. I'm just like, €50, I'll just spend that on all those affordable products. But you get more bang for your bucks. I would love to know your recent favorite drugstore products, guys. Please leave them in the comment section below, because like I said, I'm on the hunt for the €20 makeup challenge and products for it. So I would like to find some really good affordable products from the drugstore that I possibly could include in that video. Thank you so much guys for watching me today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. Come join my little fam. I would love to have you here and I can talk in a very high-pitched voice like this to you more often. I promise I'm not this annoying in every video. Thank you so much guys for watching. I love you all so deeply, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Take care. Bye!